I don't like stages, so I'm coming down, but I was being polite and coming up. Hi, thank you. I'm super excited to be here and talk to you about my favorite topic of all time. So what we're going to talk about for the next 20 minutes is your unique brilliance, your life's purpose. What I believe God, whatever you believe in, God, the universe, put you on this planet to do. We all have a unique brilliance. We all have God-given talents, and they're all different. Thank goodness, because the world would be very lopsided if it wasn't for that. So I discovered a problem a few years ago. I love great books. I love great authors. I love Danielle Laporte, Marianne Williamson, Brendan Bouchard, a bunch of authors that really get me excited and lit up. All of them talk about similar things. They talk about figure out what you're good at and do more of that. Do what you're meant to do in this world. And I thought, that is a really, really good idea, and I don't know what the hell that means. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what my unique brilliance was. So while I get really excited about that concept, as I'm guessing a lot of you do, I didn't know what that meant. So as most of you know, I'm a Myers-Briggs expert. I've been doing type for over 20 years now, which is really aging me, and it's something that I'm incredibly passionate about. But I also, as much as I love Myers-Briggs, one of their downfalls is it's not very usable. There's all these letters: introversion, extroversion, sensing, intuition, thinking, feeling, judging, perceiving, and then there's 16 types on top of that. So like people, it breaks my heart to see people not using this and not getting it in a way that can change their life. So kind of, to be really honest, unknowingly, I actually didn't realize I was developing this. I've developed a pretty awesome system, and it's called Live Your Life from the Front Seat. It's taking some of their information, some of their knowledge that they've shared with us, and putting it into a tangible form, something that we can take home and use. Everybody in my life knows what it means when I say, oh, my baby in the backseat is up. Debbie and I actually use it all the time. Everybody knows what that means when I talk about it. And it's not pretty. And they also know, like, I am having the best day ever. I am so in my front seat today. They know what that means. The people who do my drunk uncle stuff, they know what that means too, because that's stuff I'm not supposed to be doing. So it's a language, it's silly, it's fun, but it's rememberable and it's life-changing for your life, your business, and your relationships. So I want to take 15 minutes today and introduce you to this concept, to introduce you to the idea of what it's like to truly understand what your unique brilliance is in this world and to do more of it. I mean, I see clients in my psychotherapy practice that are in their 50s and they still don't know what it is. We get lost in our lives. We get lost in raising children. We get lost in corporate America jobs. We get lost in all of this stuff and we lose ourselves in the meantime. I want to get you back to that. And sometimes it's going to be challenging. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about my story at the end of this because it's relevant. You know, I walk my talk. And so I've literally turned my life upside down and I'm better for it. So before we move on to the actual car, for those of you who know your personality type, I've probably typed at least half of this room. How many people know their personality type? Awesome, great. So for those of you who already know, there is a form in the middle of the table that will help you write down exactly who the people in your car are. For those of you who don't know, it's no big deal. You're still going to get a lot out of this. We can set up a call and talk a little bit more about it at another time. But for those of you who do, this will be really helpful. They're right in the middle of, there's only one per table. I'm trying to not kill too many trees, so there's one. So you can just pass it around and fill it in. Okay, so let's jump into your car. We're going to be a little bit silly, and I'm actually going to ask everybody just for a moment, if you're comfortable, to close your eyes. I want you to imagine yourself in your car. So I have a Mini Cooper, so my car's a little squishy. But whatever car is your car, and you are taking a long trip across the country or to California, Disneyland, somewhere you love. And you're in this car and there's 4 people in this car. There's the driver, there's a co-pilot, there's a drunk uncle in the back seat, and there's also a baby in the back seat. So just imagine these people in your car. You can open your eyes now. These people represent the 4 parts of our personality that run our lives. So let's talk about the driver. Everybody put your hands on your steering wheel. We are driving, however gangster-like you want to do it, or 10 and 2, however you want to roll. And your driver, so imagine her in your car. I'm in my cute-ass Mini Cooper, and I'm driving, and she is in charge. That girl knows where she's going. She's in charge. She's got her foot on the gas. She's deciding, I want to go fast right now. Ooh, I better get a little cautious and slow down. But she's deciding where you're going, where you're turning, what's going on. She is in charge of that entire car. This is your best self. If you are an extrovert, this is what the world sees of you. If you're an introvert, they see the next person in the car. That your passenger, your second person in the car, is your co-pilot. She is your go-to girl. So last year, Debbie and I went to Oktoberfest, and I was driving, and she like had all the music dialed in, and I got a little lost, and she's like, oh my God, watch out for that car. There's a goat in the road, whatever. She's there to help balance you out. Change the music, set the iPod. If you're driving to California, you got to have someone to talk to. That is a long ride. This is our second best self. She's not the driver, but you better believe she's important. She keeps you sane. She keeps you there to keep you balanced out. Introverts in the room, if you are an introvert, what the world sees of you is your co-pilot. They actually see your second best self because you save your best self for yourself. This is a very controversial topic when I do workshops. Some extroverts call this selfish. It just is what it is. These 2 people in your front seat make up who you are. They make up your best self. They make up your unique brilliance. This is your God-given talents, people. You have to know what this is. I'm going to use an example because I know there's a lot of ENFJs in the room. So this is the second page. Who are my ENFJs? Oh yeah, I picked the right one. Okay, so we're using an example of ENFJs. Their driver is an extroverted feeler. It is all about connection. It's being with people. It's being in the world. How are you doing? What's going on with you? It's like giving your best self. If you are not doing that, you are doing the world a disservice by hiding in your back seat. You are doing a disservice to your business. You are doing a disservice to your children. You are doing a disservice to this world by not giving your driver to the world. Their co-pilot is an introverted intuitive, which means ideas, 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 ideas in their head. They are creative, energetic, with the world kinds of people. This is how they need to be spending at least 80% of your time. So there's 16 types. Everybody has their own car. I don't have time to go through every single car, but I would love to do it with you if you want to know. If you are not in your front seat, you are out of integrity. I'm going to be a little harsh. If you wonder why you may not have a lot of clients right now, it's probably because you're not living your life from your front seat. You have grody, wonky energy if you're not in your front seat. It's fake. It's inauthentic. If you are, again, This is whatever you believe in. Universe, God-given. This is how you were created. As Lady Gaga says, baby, you were born this way. Yeah. Don't deny it anymore. Because what happens for a lot of people when they're not living their life's purpose, they live in their back seat. So let's jump into these yucky people. So there are wah, wah. But very important. It is a little wah wah after the yay front seat, but it's incredibly important to talk about. So the two people in our back seat, as I mentioned before, are a drunk uncle and a baby in the back seat. A drunk uncle, unfortunately, everyone probably has one of those or knows one of those people. Imagine them in your car. They're passed out. They're not asleep. Everyone who's been drunk knows the difference. Passed out is a lot different. If you poke a drunk, they are not waking up. This is the part of your personality that you need to leave passed out. This is the stuff you suck at. This is the part of you that if you're doing this, you're doing it as a drunk person. So for ENFJs, this is sensing kinds of things. This is details and data and minutia. This is QuickBooks. Right, people? So when I do my QuickBooks, it's like a drunk person. I don't know if that's drunk or crazy, but whatever. I don't know how to do that. So in the 80s, there was this whole theme of like, be well-rounded, do the stuff you're good at. That's bullshit. Don't do stuff you suck at. Why? There's other people where that's their front seat. Pay them to do it. People pay me to do the things that are in my front seat, and I pay people to do the things that are in their front seat. It is a nice reciprocity in the world. Don't do stuff you suck at. We all suck at stuff. Yours is your drunk uncle. I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'll map out every single detail of stuff you shouldn't be doing. So this is a fact that I did not make up. This is not, I'm saying I didn't, this is not me. We have 100% energy. This is just a fact. It's a universal law. If you are wasting your energy doing things in your back seat as a drunk person, shame on you. You are literally doing a disservice to this world by doing that. Shame on you. Every time I'm sitting trying to do QuickBooks or it's time taking away from this. This happens to be my unique brilliance. This is what I'm good at. Not everybody is. I am taking away from my family, from my friends, and I'm showing up inauthentic and yucky. I beg you, don't do that. I beg you. Wonky energy is wonky energy. So let's talk about my favorite and last person in the car, the baby in the back seat. Who has babies? What? There's like 3. Who has kids? Okay, thank you. I was going to say, what? That's weird. Okay. That was weird. Like 2 people have kids in here? That's not heard of. Okay, so lots of you have had babies. They're immature. They're underdeveloped. They're messy. They have no social skills. They have literally, they have no communication skills. They're typically either awake and screaming, or they're asleep, or pooping, or whatever. They are a hot mess. This is the part of our personality when we are stressed out, we're at our wits' end. Someone's hurt us deeply. This is who shows up. And she shows up like a baby. If your driver is an extrovert, your baby in the back seat hides. She can't get out of bed. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She doesn't want to answer her phone. She doesn't want to go out. Doing a disservice to this world. If your driver is an introvert, usually pretty calm and docile and lovely. She gets in your face and she gets loud and she yells and screams and makes lists and starts bossing people around. You know. Yeah. Introverts are always like, oh God, I do that. Right? Yes. And people are like, oh my God, what's happening to you? What's happening is your baby in the backseat is waking up. So it's like a reptilian brain, for those of you who know psychology or sociology. It literally is you fight or you flee. This is our baby in the backseat waking up to protect us. I do not want to be running my business as a drunk or a baby. I don't want to go into relationships drunk or like a baby. And I certainly don't want to be making life decisions as a drunk or a baby. I would implore you to figure this out so that you are not spending your time here. Again, if this is how you're showing up in the world and you wonder why you don't have any clients or you don't have any friends, this is a good possibility of why. Because your energy sucks. It shows up as a drunk and a baby, and nobody likes that. Sorry, babies, but they don't. So I want to end by telling you why I know this works and why it's true and why I've spent my life really figuring this out and developing this and doing this work is because this is my life. So I grew up in a lovely family, but my mother did not get me. And it turns out I'm weird. I'm weird. I'm an intuitive type weirdo, as most of you are in here. Out in the Muggle world, only 25% of the people are weirdos. In this room, probably 75% of you are weirdos. Yay, weirdos! Weirdisawesome.com. So, and this is just about everybody. Whoever you are, being misunderstood. So then, of course, what do? I marry a man who also doesn't get me. And I lived in my back seat for over 20 years. I was doing the world a disservice. I was hiding. I was working in corporate America, of all places, married to a very nice man. He just is not my man. He doesn't get me. So I had to leave that to blossom and grow my wings and become a butterfly and live my life from the front seat, because it was doing a disservice to me. It was literally killing me. I was depressed, I was overweight, I was sad, because I was not living how God designed me to live. Whew. Not everybody's gonna like you. I'm sure there's plenty of you in here right now who's like, she is full of shit, or I don't dig her, whatever. I don't actually care. Because I speak to who needs to be spoken to, and all of you are exactly the same way. You have people that need you. They need you to be a butterfly. They need you to live your life from your front seat, for God's sake. Your children, your coworkers, your business, your clients. When I show up from my back seat, my clients know it. They're like, what's happening with you? You have wonky energy. So get over trying to be well-rounded. Get over everybody trying to like you, and be who you are. Accomplish magnificent things in your life by figuring this out. It is my pleasure to talk to you about this. Thank you very much.